My name is Thomas Adrianson with NCSI, and today I'm going to talk to you about migrating changes from lower level environments to your production environment in a cloud deployment of Ivanti Neurons for ITSM. So for cloud customers, you have your production environment and you have one or two lower level environments, a staging environment, and you may or may not have a UAT environment. And the question we get asked often is, how do I make changes and have them applied to production when production is locked down? So we're going to review that today. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to make sure that your lower level environments match your production environment, and you're going to do that in the Success Portal. In your cloud platform requests, you will have a refresh tenant request that you will see, and you're going to request production be copied down to your staging tenant as well as to your UAT tenant. You may have an automated version of this as well. If you do use this automated version, it is much faster to get that tenant refreshed, typically the same day, even though they estimate 3. Once your staging and UAT environments are copied from production, right, they'll match exactly, so you know that any changes that you make in those lower level environments will look and act the same in your production environment. So once we have that, now we'll go ahead and we'll talk about making those changes. So only the administrator is able to come back in here and make configuration changes. So when you're logged in as an administrator, you'll click on this little wrench icon, and this is going to pop up your administrative area. What you'll notice in the top right is it's going to say project default. So any configuration changes that you make are going to be stored in projects. So in development project down here on your left-hand side, under build, we can see the projects here, right? So default, this is going to be the one that by default is selected when you log into here, right? So everything is going to be in here. It's recommended to create a new project for, the different things that you're doing. So in this case, we're going to be adding a new field to the incident form. And so I'm going to create a new project called incident form updates. Once we save that, if we click on the project name, we'll immediately see incident form updates is available in the project to select. So now that we've selected this project, any changes that I make are going to be tracked in this project. And it's a very easy way for you to kind of keep that work separated from the other changes that are happening. So we're going to add a field to our incident business object, and we'll add it to the form, and then we will migrate that. So in our incident business object, we're going to create a new field, and let's say we wanted to add a field to capture the best callback number. So we're going to create a field called callback number. And then we're going to go ahead and add that field to our form. And so now if we revisit our project and we refresh this record, we'll see that we've got 2 transactions here. One of these is to create the field. One of these is to update the form. If you really want to get into the technical details of what these are doing, you can review the transaction details. This will tell you who made the change, when they made the change, what type of change it is, and what is happening here, right? So for instance, we can go into here, we can see the old definition, the new definition, and the delta between them. If you really want to dig through these things, you can see what it's doing. So now the question is, how do we get this to the higher environments? So we're going to want to package those up. So we're going to, under development project on the left, we're going to go to development packages. And we are going to create a new package. So we're going to say, incident callback number. A lot of the times I'll just call this the same thing that I call my project, and I'll just do, one-for-one changes. Once you have the package created, we're going to go back to the project, and we're going to apply all of these transactions to that package. Now, you'll see an assigned to package down here and an assigned to package up here. If you use this one, you need to make sure that you have all of your transactions selected. Otherwise, it's only going to send the selected transaction in. I prefer to use this one up here just to make sure that all of my transactions are in that package. So if I click Assign to Package, this will then give me a drop down. I can say send that to incident callback number package. And then I can go into package, refresh, and confirm that my transaction sets match. Now you'll see that the package is open. So that's where we want it right now because we're going to, if you have a UAT environment, you're going to want to test this to make sure that it imports correctly. So you're going to export this package. I always just click no here. This doesn't really, from what we've seen, doesn't really do much of anything. That is going to give you a metadata patch file in your downloads. So once you have that file, we can then go to our other environments and we can import that. So if we go to your UAT environment and you go down to development package, you'll have in the list view of this, you'll have an import package option, right? So if we import package, we're going to browse for that file that we just created. And then you're going to want to preview the impact. And what this is going to do is this is going to tell you the impacts that this is going to have in your, this particular package is going to have. So low impact, medium impact. If it's low impact or medium impact, you'll be able to apply this package yourself in production. If it is high impact, you will have to close the package in staging and request Ivanti to push that package. And I'll show you how to do that in the Success Portal here in a minute, as well as a list of what constitutes high impact changes. But we can see a new field, callback number, high impact, and then the form change, medium impact. Since this is UAT, we can go ahead and validate and apply if no errors. So if there's an error with the package, it won't make those changes, but it may give you warnings and or errors or nothing. So we'll execute this. It's going to import. And it will say the package has been applied successfully if there are no warnings or errors. So we can now go into our UAT environment. We can go into our incident. And we can see that in a new incident, we have our callback number field added to the form. So you would, at this point, since this is a high risk package, you would then want to have that sent to production. In your Success Portal in the Cloud Platform request is a push package request. And you can put in your email address, and then you can say, I want this to go to the production tenant. It will automatically put in your staging and production tenant information, and then it's going to want to know the name of the package. So you're going to come in, copy your package number, and push that here. And then it's going to want to make sure that you verify that these are tested. So again, if we went into UAT, we saw that that successfully applied and the package successfully applied with no errors. That's tested. Then it's going to want to verify that the package is closed. So back in staging, we're then going to go and close this package, which means that no other transactions can be added to it. And then you can submit that. If you have multiple packages, you can use this option to say, name of package 1, package 2, package 3. they will be pushed in the order that they are requested. So if you have multiple packages, you can do that in this single request. So once you submit this, Ivanti will then go and back up your production database, apply that package, and then report back to you when that package has been completed. So in the list of high impact changes in the admin help file, you can look for this Appendix C in the operations console. Importing a package down here will give you the definition of what constitutes high impact changes. So that should help you identify which ones you'll be able to push yourself into production as opposed to which ones you'll need to submit that request with Ivanti. So that is how you migrate data from staging to UAT environment to your production environment in Ivanti Service Manager for Cloud.
Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe for more useful how-to videos. Until next time, this is Thomas Adrianson from NCSI.